The first person we have up to speak is Joelle Rosario Tapia, Chief Tworay.
Good morning.
Morning.
Tworay. Tworay means good son in the Arawak language of my Taino ancestors. Tainos hailing from the Caribbean, Indigenous Americans, and going along with the Thrive agenda and the points that we're trying to talk about are sovereignty. So first in Rhode Island, I'd like to let everyone know and make sure that everyone at Thrive is aware and reaches out to the Rhode Island American Indian Heritage Commission, which is put together of local tribes, and there are several. There are state-recognized and federally recognized tribes in Rhode Island, but it is more than an issue of state recognition or federal recognition, because there are many tribes and indigenous peoples misclassified into many tag brands, derivations, and names such as Black, Latinx, Hispanic, and all of these other things that are present in the state and would also enjoy being involved in this process and speaking about the issues that have to do with their sovereignty, with their treaties, and with their own dealings with each other. Going back to that same point, as the Thrive agenda is pushing for the recognition of this sovereignty and the recognition of these treaties and of these values, I would like to point out that we first recognize ourselves. So, in case folks may not be aware, as far as American Indians, an American Indian is an Indian as recognized by any other Indian. So first we have to recognize ourselves, our own legitimacy, our own sovereignty, our own dealings with ourselves, our own treaties, and do business and circulate our dollars within ourselves and support our own initiatives. And then once we've continued to do that, we come to the state institutions, which are remnants of colonial institutions, and we inform them of who we are. We inform them of what we seek and what we need, and we go about getting that in, enlisting their support if necessary. But first we have to recognize this within ourselves. And first it starts with recognizing each other, having respect for each other, and actually coming to each other when it comes to issues like this. I'm here as an original Racial Environmental Justice Committee member. I'm also chief of the Sibuku Bayamo Taino Tribe, the Sibuku Mahagua Circle, which is the metropolitan area in the island of Borinquen, contemporarily referred to as Puerto Rico, but still being Borinquen. Just like this is contemporarily referred to as Providence, but it is still Moshasek and Mashapog in the Algonquin languages of the indigenous native people who inhabit these lands still to this day. It's not just one idea or reality, it's all of our realities, ideas, cosmologies, and ideas of reality coinciding. And it's how we decide to work together in order to push for a brighter tomorrow between all of us. So I'd like to again emphasize that we need to reach out to organizations like the Rhode Island American Indian Heritage Commission and organizations like the Federation of Aboriginal Nations of the Americas, which is here in Rhode Island, and speak to the local tribes such as the Pocanooka tribe, such as the Naha Garcia tribe, yes, the Narragansett tribe, yes, the Nipmucs. There are many nations, and there were over 500 nations here before colonization. And the people are still here. And this is a time where we're being called to identify ourselves, called to be who we are, and to walk in that truth. And in the spirit of that, I'd like to thank y'all, Hahum, which means gratitude in my language, Taino Arawak, and Seneco Cacona, which means many blessings. Anankatu, let it be so.
Thank you. Time to thrive.